Welcome. Let's talk about the market. For the newcomer, and even for many seasoned players, staring at a price chart can feel like looking into a storm. It's a dizzying spectacle of flashing numbers, erratic lines, and unpredictable swings. The common belief is that the market is pure chaos, an untamable beast driven by random news events and the irrational whims of the crowd. This perception leads many to believe that success is a matter of luck, a roll of the dice in a global casino. They see every tick up and every lurch down as just another piece of random noise, a chaotic mess without rhyme or reason, making them feel powerless and perpetually on the defensive. This view, while understandable, is a fundamental misinterpretation of what is actually happening. It's an illusion, a grand one, that keeps the vast majority of traders trapped in a cycle of hope and despair. They apply countless indicators, draw endless trend lines, and follow every self-proclaimed guru, all in a desperate attempt to impose some semblance of order on what they perceive as bedlam. They believe that if they just try harder, learn one more pattern, or find that one magical indicator, they will finally crack the code. But they are looking in the wrong place, focusing on the symptoms of market movement, rather than its underlying cause. The truth is, the market isn't chaotic, it's just incredibly complex. Imagine trying to understand a foreign language by listening to 1,000 people speaking at once. It would sound like noise. But within that noise, there are conversations, grammar, and intent. The market is no different. The failure to see the order doesn't mean the order isn't there. It simply means you haven't been taught what to look for, or, more importantly, what to ignore. Most traders fail not from a lack of effort but from a surplus of misinformation, chasing ghosts on the chart because they were never given the right map. This is the great filter of the trading world. It separates those who react to the noise from those who respond to the underlying structure. The former group is always late, chasing moves that have already happened and getting caught in reversals. They are slaves to their emotions because their entire strategy is built on a foundation of uncertainty. The latter group, however, operates with a calm confidence. They understand that beneath the surface-level chaos, there is a predictable, logical framework that governs price movement. They see the forest, not just the individual trembling trees. Let me offer you a different metaphor. Instead of a chaotic storm, think of the market as a grand, choreographed dance. This isn't a mosh pit, it's a ballet. Every movement, from the smallest step to the most dramatic leap, is guided by specific elements. The music of this dance is time, the stage is price, and the dancers are the large institutional interests whose intent moves the market. This dance has a rhythm, a tempo, and a predictable sequence of steps. It is not random, it is deliberate. The problem is that most people are watching the dance without ever hearing the music. The two most critical elements of this choreography are time and price. Most traders focus almost exclusively on price, asking, how high will it go or how low can it fall? But they neglect the equally important question, when? Time dictates the sessions, the kill zones, and the specific windows of opportunity when high probability moves are most likely to unfold. Certain times of the day, week, and month are more significant than others. Ignoring the element of time is like a dancer ignoring the beat of the music. You can make all the right moves, but if your timing is off, the performance falls apart completely. Price, in this dance, is not just a random number. It is a medium of communication. Specific price levels act as magnets, drawing the market towards them to collect orders or rebalance inefficiencies. These are not arbitrary lines you draw on a chart. They are objective, structurally significant levels where big money has left its footprints. The market moves from one key level to another, clearing out liquidity and seeking equilibrium. The dance unfolds as price travels between these predefined points of interest, following a path that is far more logical than it appears on the surface, guided by an invisible hand. When you begin to see the market through this lens, everything changes. The chaotic swings start to look like deliberate steps in a larger routine. You stop chasing every little wiggle and start anticipating the next major movement in the choreography. You understand that the market isn't moving against you, it's simply completing its dance. Your job as a trader is not to fight the dance or try to lead it. Your job is to learn the steps, understand the rhythm, and join in when the timing is right. This is where true confidence comes from, not from ego, but from clarity. So how do we learn the steps to this dance? This is where a clear, logical framework becomes essential. A methodology I call prophetic analysis serves this exact purpose. It's not a black box system or a magic formula. It is a way of thinking, a method for observing the market that filters out the noise and focuses on the core drivers of movement. It achieves this by synthesizing two of the most powerful time-tested approaches to market analysis: the time and price theories of the inner circle trader, or ICT, and the market structure and timing principles of the legendary Larry Williams. From ICT, we learn the profound importance of time as a dimension of the market. We identify specific kill zones, windows of time during the London, New York, and Asian sessions where major market moves are engineered. We also learn to identify institutional reference points, such as fair value gaps and order blocks, which are the footprints of smart money. This gives us the where and when. It tells us which price levels matter most and at what times we should be paying our utmost attention, allowing us to align our actions with the institutional rhythm. From Larry Williams, we integrate a mastery of market structure and timing cycles. Williams was a pioneer in understanding how markets ebb and flow, creating distinct highs and lows that define the trend. His approach helps us identify the true market swing points, distinguishing a genuine reversal from a simple pullback. This provides the overarching context, the what. It helps us determine the market's current directional bias, so we know whether we should be looking for opportunities to buy or sell. We are not just looking at a single candle, we are understanding its place in the larger market narrative. By blending these two perspectives, prophetic analysis provides a complete blueprint. ICT's precision timing and price concepts tell us where to aim, while Larry Williams's structural analysis tells us which way to point the gun. It's a synergy that removes guesswork and replaces it with a repeatable, logical process. You are no longer reacting to what the market just did. You are anticipating what it is likely to do next based on the interplay of time, price, and structure. This isn't about hype. It's about giving you the intellectual tools to achieve genuine understanding. Ultimately, the journey to becoming a consistently profitable trader is not about finding a holy grail. It is about undergoing a fundamental shift in perspective. It's about moving from a state of confusion to one of clarity, from reacting emotionally to executing logically. This is not achieved by adding more complexity to your charts, but by stripping away the non-essential and focusing on the core principles that truly drive the market. The goal is not to predict every single tick, but to understand the broader narrative that the market is telling us through its price action. The failure rate in trading is notoriously high, but it is not because people are lazy or unintelligent. It is because they have been taught to focus on the wrong things. They have been sold an endless array of lagging indicators and subjective pattern systems that only serve to deepen the confusion. They are stuck in a loop, trying to solve a puzzle without ever being shown the picture on the box. True education in trading is about learning to see the market for what it is, a highly structured environment where outcomes are based on probability, not random chance. The framework we've discussed provides that clarity. It allows you to approach each trading day with a plan, knowing what you are looking for, when you are looking for it, and why. The anxiety that comes from uncertainty begins to fade, replaced by the calm confidence of a professional who trusts their process. You begin to see the setups unfolding in advance, recognizing the familiar steps of the dance because you have studied the choreography. The market ceases to be an adversary and becomes a field of opportunity, governed by rules you now understand. I invite you to take a step back and reconsider your view of the markets. Stop looking at the charts as a chaotic battlefield. Instead, see them as a beautifully complex dance, waiting to be understood. Ask yourself if you have been watching the dancers or listening to the music. The order has always been there, hidden in plain sight, encoded in the interplay of time and price. The key to unlocking your potential as a trader is not in working harder, but in seeing more clearly. The choice to seek that clarity is yours.